Welcome to Sarah's Excel tutorials. Today we're going to be learning about putting a table together and calculating GST. Now we have some data here already. This shows the date an invoice was paid, invoice number, and this is the amount paid including GST. So what we're going to have in this column is GST, and this column is going to be the amount excluding GST. So first we'll format those so that we can see them properly. Now we're going to also select this option here so they're aligned to the middle of the cell. Now we want to calculate the GST on this amount. There's 10% GST, which means that when we're working backwards we actually divide it by 11. So we're putting an equals sign in, which denotes a formula, equals the amount paid including GST divided by 11. Enter. The amount excluding GST equals the amount paid including GST minus GST. So you can see from looking at these amounts, they both have an equals sign in front of them, so that means that they're both formulas. This amount was put in manually, has no equals in front of it. Now these can be copied down as they are formulas. So to do that, if you're using a laptop, you can put your left index finger down on the trackpad of your laptop, and then when you have the black cross, you just bring that down. The same here. Put your left index finger down with your right finger, just scroll down. So now you have all your GST figures and your figures excluding GST. The next step is to calculate your GST for the quarter. There are two ways of doing this. You can either auto sum, which may pick up the wrong figures. In this case it has. We just want these figures. So again, to select, put your left index finger down on the trackpad if you're using a Mac laptop, and then with your right finger scroll down and then enter. That will get you your auto sum figure. So if you delete that, the other way of doing it is just to do it manually. So we're going to enter the same thing, but we don't have to go through that selection process. So equals sum, open bracket, D4, colon, D12. Now that just came up automatically because I've put these numbers up here. Close bracket, enter. So now you've learned how to put a table together with calculating GST as well as summing GST for a period of time. One other thing I'll just put at the end of this tutorial is if you have a figure that you're working from, instead of going backwards, you've got the figure where you're going forwards, so you only have the GST exclusive figure. The way of calculating the GST here would be equals again, the GST exclusive figure times 0.1, which is times 10%, and then equals that figure plus that figure. You'll notice that that hasn't changed. The GST for the quarter is still D4 to D12. And that's the end of the tutorial. See you next time.